Yummy fruity pebbles in our bowls.
Oh, here comes you know who.
Yabba dabba fruit, delicious stew.
Yo ho ho, I'm hungry.
Santa, my pebbles! Your pebbles!
'Tis the season to be sharing, Fred.
Happy holidays, pal.
Oh, Fred.
Hi guys, this is the officially unofficial Geek Channel. What's happening Wednesday with Carrie and
Bizarro Fat Joe.
yes. And if you are just wondering what the hell just happened,
We watched the Fruity Pebbles Christmas commercial.
from 1986,
That one says 95, but whatever.
I think they updated it.
Yeah, probably.
Because apparently we can't just watch the one from like 1986.
Yeah, it's right there.
It's right there. It's right next to it. It's right next to it. So we're actually not talking about Christmas commercials this time.
We did just buy some Cocoa Pebbles, though.
We did just buy some Cocoa Pebbles at the store.
That's where you buy it?
That's where you buy cereal. We didn't buy it off a truck or anything. So, that would have been weird.
So anyway, what are we talking about today?
What are we talking about today? We are talking about Willow.
Yeah, Willow.
Willow. Okay, so guys, Willow is a movie from 1988.
I think so.
Is it 1988? Whatever.
You keep talking, I'll look it up.
Okay, you will Google and I will talk. Starring Warwick Davis and Val Kilmer. And it is a fantasy series or fantasy movie done by Lucasfilm, written by Mr. George Lucas.
Great movie. Go out and watch it. Seriously. It's on Disney Plus. It's not a sponsor.
Hashtag not a sponsor. Did you find the year?
Yep, 1988.
1988. Oh, with the
when
knowledge.
I was 10.
When you were 10 and when I was not.
I remember going to see it in the theater.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. How many times did you beg your mom to go see it again?
Probably a lot, but I saw it with my grandma, and I know we went once.
Yeah. Okay. So, yes, it is on Disney Plus, and that is where we refreshed our memories last night before the beginning of the new series dropped on Disney Plus. So, for those of you that don't know, Willow is the story of Willow, the farmer who wants to be a sorcerer, and how his family comes upon a baby that is
Savior of the world.
basically, yeah. And unfortunately, they know that they can't keep the baby, so they're going to take it someplace where they think it will be taken care of. They're gonna find a big person because they are all little people.
Gotta go find the Daikini.
Thank you. So, what you end up finding out is this baby is the savior of the world, like Joe was saying. They didn't know that right away. They just thought, man, this is no place for Daikini, kid. We need to take it.
It's gonna bump its head.
It's gonna bump its head, and oh yeah, there's also the little problem where the kid is being hunted.
Yeah.
By the evil sorceress queen, and her people, her minions, including her daughter.
Yes.
All right.
So wait, are we talking about?
We're talking about the movie right now.
Yeah, all right, got it.
We're just doing a quick little overthrow of the movie.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So they decide, okay, we got to get rid of this kid stat, like yesterday. So they put together their own little fellowship.
Fellowship of the Baby.
Fellowship of the Baby. And they hightail it out of there. Well, here's the thing. Like, the whole fellowship does not last long. This is not like this does not have the staying power of the Fellowship of the Ring.
That's because one of the biggest douchebags in fantasy history, fucking Burglecut, is the worst.
Yeah, he's like the leader and shit. And like everybody but Willow's best bud leaves. Okay. And so it's Willow, the baby, and his best bud. Right? They happen across Madigan, right?
Mad Mardigan?
Mad Mardigan, who is played by the wonderful
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer. Recognize. Indeed. Who
they're like, oh my god, should we give him the baby, not give him the baby? They end up giving him the baby.
And he fails miserably.
Yeah, we're just going to give you the fast version of this.
Yeah. So, the baby gets taken.
Buy some brownies that are adorable.
But the baby gets taken by the brownies.
Mm-hmm. Well, he was taking a pee-pee. They tell you that.
While he was taking a piss. Like, really?
Well, he was taking a pee-pee. That's what they even say. Exact words.
He was taking a piss.
A pee-pee.
Yeah. And they took the baby. Like, I don't think we can really blame him for this. I mean, he was taking a piss. What? I mean, okay, so here's the deal, right? There's a sorcerer spirit that's like, hey, Willow, here's the deal. Okay? Check this out. This is the savior of the world. And, oh, by the way, you have to deal with it. And you have to take it to this one place. And
adventures ensue. They get there.
Yeah.
Fight some trolls. They find out it's deserted.
They turn the daughter against her mother.
Yeah. With love.
With love. For a scoundrel.
And
Fast talking, sweet talking scoundrel.
Then they fight, and then things happen.
Mm-hmm. And big epic battle, sorcerers, right? And
Willow comes in and saves the day with his freaking non-magic.
Right? Like the party tricks, right? So, okay. That is basically bringing you very quickly up to date with the movie Willow. The child, of course, is going to be taken care of by Mad Mardigan and Sorcerer, who was the daughter of the evil sorcerer, but is now good and now queen. Yes. So that brings you up to speed. Now, what happened is Disney, Lucasfilm, and all those gems, they decided, let's do a Willow series.
Yeah.
We've got Warwick Davis. He's back.
Yeah.
We've got the I forget her name. The chick that plays Sorcerer.
I forget her name too.
She's back. We're going to grow up the baby.
It's 20 years later.
Yeah, basically. Unfortunately, we do not have Val Kilmer because if you are not aware, Val Kilmer
suffers from cancer.
He's got some health issues. But the door is always open, apparently, for him to return because they love him. And they do mention him kindly in the series.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, here's the deal, right? We're now to this point where we have 2 episodes that have dropped. We have both watched both episodes. So we're going to tell you what we think of them. I don't know. We want to keep it like kind of spoiler free here.
Yeah.
Because it's
just came out, man.
It just came out. And the fact of the matter is that while it was discussed and talked about at Star Wars Celebration, unless you are heavy in the know like we are and constantly looking for these things, you might not have been aware that there's a Willow series now. So we're going to give you a little bit of the juice to make you want to go watch and all that, but not any of the big shit. Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So,
first off, did you like it?
Did I like it? Yes. There were elements to it that I would have changed.
Mm-hmm.
There were elements to it that I would have changed. There were things that, if you recall when we were watching it, that I was just like, I would have preferred if this was something that was happening. And you're like, don't worry, because you watched it last night when
Yes,
it
I
dropped. And I waited to watch it until today. But it's one of those things where I was saying, man, I would have liked it better if they had done this with this character. And then you're like, oh, don't worry. They're going to explain that later. Which they did. Any questions? That's what I liked, really. They dropped the first two. I know I think we've already mentioned this, but they dropped the first two episodes. One of the things that I liked was that any question that one would have, knowing the original source material of the movie, it gets answered. You just gotta pay attention.
Yeah, most everything gets answered real fast.
Yeah. So the first two episodes are 54 minutes for the first one and 46 for the second one.
Jeez, how do you remember that?
Because I just watched it
Wow.
a few hours ago.
I didn't remember that right after I watched it.
My mind is a trap. Think about it this way. Think of all the really silly shit I remember and all the serious shit that I'm just like, what? And that's me. But Joe, what did you think?
I loved it. I have one little thing that I would definitely change about it, but you know what that is. I mean,
Yeah, let's talk about that. That's not really a spoiler.
all right, the ending credit music. Not a fan of it.
Not
it
a
goes
fan
into this
of it.
more modern music that just does not fit with Willow. It's just I don't know. It just irks me.
Well, the thing is like we were talking about earlier, the first episode, the ending credits music, is definitely modern. It definitely, because if you're not familiar with Willow, Willow is very much a medieval kind of
Medieval fantasy sort of.
a medieval fantasy story. I mean, you've got trolls and you've got elves, not elves, but you've got trolls and you've got that kind of thing. You've got mythical beings and that kind of thing. So it's fantasy, but it's like medieval-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for all of a sudden the credits start rolling and it's like guitars and blah blah blah. It's like
Brings you right out of it.
exactly.
You're
And
getting sucked into this world, and then all of a sudden, and you're like, oh boy, okay.
and believe me, if you've never watched Willow, you get sucked in. It is a great film. It is wonderful. I haven't seen it too many times in my life. I think even last night was just the second time that I've watched Willow.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
I can quote certain parts of the movie, man.
yeah. You've seen it a lot. You're a big fan. This was only the second time I'd watched it, and quite frankly, both of the times were with you.
Wow.
So, yeah. I don't know if that means I have to hand over my geek card.
I don't think this is a big geek thing. I don't think.
Okay, all right. Good to know. Good to know. But it is something that you get immersed in, and if you don't watch yourself, you're sitting on the edge of your seat the whole time, figuratively and literally. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So, and especially with them dropping both of the first two episodes, and like most people are going to be like, okay, let's watch both of these episodes, one right after the other, and you're immersed in this world, and then the credits run for that first episode, and it's like modern music that takes you right out of it, and then you got to jump into the second episode. That's a problem.
Yeah, just, I don't know. Just does not fit.
What did you think of... See, the thing is with the second episode's credits music,
It's a little more folky.
it's a little bit more folky. So I give that a little bit more of a pass. What did you think of the big bad so far?
Well, we don't know who the big bad really is. It's just some lady, and some place that's beyond everything.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, what did you think of everything that was
I
happening?
like the
with
bad
that?
guys. I like how they look, man. There's some good freaking physical like makeup artist stuff going on there.
Very interesting. I kind of had like sticking with the whole like medieval fantasy theme. Like they had like in that one darker scene,
Mm-hmm.
they had like some costuming that looked kind of like medieval torture device
Yeah,
type stuff.
yeah,
So, this is one of these things where if you're a parent and you have kids, screen it first before. If your
parents
kids
and you have kids, let them watch it. It's fine.
if your kids scare easily, you might wanna, for your own sanity.
What you do is you abandon them in front of the scary TV, and you watch them from afar, and let them deal with it.
Sweetie, just because you were watching Halloween at what, 4? Like,
Man, really early. Some of my earliest movie memories are horror movies.
yeah, just because you were sitting there watching Halloween at 4.
Now, this is Willow, though. This is rated PG.
It is, but there's a possibility that tender-hearted children might have a little bit of an
Screen
issue.
it first.
Yeah.
They are kind of scary looking.
Yeah, this is, and they look so good. They look so real.
Yeah.
Like this is not like watching the movie where you can be like, yeah, that definitely looks fake. Because that's where special effects were in 1988. So great costuming.
Man, I'm always so immersed in that movie. I never notice anything looks fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, I love everything.
Well, it's because the thing is we also understand, it's a time, and you get immersed in the story, and you think about it later, and it's not anything that really takes you out of the story. If anything that takes you out of the story is not that, and that kind of thing, it's that music at the end.
Yeah.
But, so costuming, great.
Too.
Makeup, great. What did you think of... Let's talk about some main characters, like just overall viewpoints of main characters. Sorcerer, what did you think of her?
She has changed. You know that one part... Oh, never mind. We're not spoiling anything.
We're not spoiling anything.
But we're going to talk about it off screen.
Well, she has children of her own. She
That's not really a spoiler.
No, she has children of her own. Mad Mardigan is missing.
Yeah.
Basically, that's how they've written that whole situation of not being able to have Val Kilmer, and not wanting to replace him either.
Yeah, that's a hard role to replace, man.
So you find out why he's
Let's
missing.
just have a whole episode one day of how awesome Val Kilmer is, because now that I think about it, geez, dude.
We can talk about Top Secret.
Yes. Love that movie.
So good.
Anyway.
And the campiness of Batman Forever.
Now, we need to watch it again.
So they explain why he's missing. Sorcerer has definitely had to spare her twin children on a lot of that.
Yeah.
And we find out right at the beginning, so we're not giving too much away, that Alora is in hiding. Because the threat that they took care of in the movie is not the end of it. And they find that out pretty early on, right after...
But there is a possibility of another threat.
There's a possibility of another threat, and Willow is having prophetic dreams. So they both, you find out that they both kind of clash on how they should handle the Alora situation. And that is definitely something that kind of puts a little bit of a wedge between them.
That part though, where she's just like, ugh.
Man, I think that she tries to talk to Willow with in the beginning. She tries to talk to Willow with love, and it doesn't come out right. And it's because of the kind of character, the kind of person she is. She's trying, but it's not quite working. And he takes a little bit of offense to that. And he skedaddles. And when she starts having prophetic dreams and hearing voices later on, many years later.
This is before medication on their planet.
Yeah. When she starts having those moments, she knows that the only person she can go to for help to understand is Willow.
Yep.
So she sends out her own group, basically children and a Fieth that knows Mad.
Yep.
And
Mad
Mardigan.
In case you didn't know that, it's not Mad
it's
Mardigan.
Not, it's
Mad Mardigan.
It's one word, Mad Mardigan?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay, I did not know that. So something happens, and it's bad news, right? And so she's like, okay, we got to send people out to figure out what's going on, and you need to go find Willow. And that's basically where we start.
We can't really give too much more away.
We can't really do, because there's a lot.
There's a lot
that happens.
We just told you the beginning. Go watch it.
It's good. It's good.
I loved it.
It's just good.
Except for the ending credit music, I loved everything about it.
Yeah. So there's magic, sorcery, intrigue, nostalgia, definitely. So I give it an enthusiastic thumbs up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So 2 episodes, like we said, watch them at your leisure. But yeah. So some of the things that we're going to be talking about this month, let's just segue.
Ooh. Are we going to be talking about Christmas horror stuff?
We are going to be talking about one in particular. I've done a video on it before.
Okay, what is it?
But I did a video about it on my own. Mm-hmm. We're going to do... We have a little bit of a tradition, you and I.
Yes.
Involving Christmas horror.
Yes.
And every year, we seem to have watched Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Okay, so here's the thing, guys.
One of the greatest movies ever made.
Why do we watch 2, but not... Why are we saying 2, but not 1?
Because 2 recaps 1 so much.
Like, most of the beginning of the film is a recap of 1. So, don't waste your time reading or watching 1. Just go straight to 2. You know?
It is the fun or better of the movies.
It is. So, we're going to talk about that together.
All right.
We're going to watch that. We're going to talk about that together. Now,
wait, I love that movie.
Now, one of our other traditions is... Okay, guys, we are really weird and corny. Even though we try to pretend we're not. We are. We're going to talk about our favorite Christmas commercials.
Yes.
Classic Christmas commercials. As you heard in the beginning of the show.
Yeah, Christmas commercials. You're going to get it.
We watch old videos of Christmas commercials. We also find every year the Muppet Christmas special. Okay, so we're talking about the one where Fozzie just decides that he's
gonna
go
visit his mom.
He's just gonna go visit his mom and bring all of his friends
Without even telling her. She was getting ready to go somewhere.
She was getting ready to go to the islands. She was going to go someplace warm. And then she gets stuck in a blizzard because her son, who has no clue, freaking Fozzie, Waka's his way into her vacation. So that's on YouTube, guys.
Good stuff.
It's really good. But we're gonna, I think next week we're going to do Silent Night, Deadly Night 2.
All right. Yeah, that means we're watching it soon.
That means we're watching it this weekend, probably.
All right. It's on Shudder.
It is.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. You should be. Shudder, if you're hearing this.
I watch a lot of Shudder, bro.
She watches a lot. A lot. And we love whenever you have Joe Bob Briggs on.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be on December 16th.
Yes, sir. Your birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, guys. Should we have a special episode for your birthday?
I don't know. We'll figure that out later.
What do you... Okay, let's... What do you guys think? Do we do a special Friday episode in addition to our Wednesday episode for Joe's birthday? You let us know. We're still going to do whatever the fuck we want to do anyways. But you let us know. What do you want? Do you want a special episode for Joe's birthday?
Let us know down in the comments.
Let us know.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Share with your friends.
Wait, did we just say the whole month? No.
No, we have not. No, we got a couple. We got some stuff. We got some stuff.
Okay.
Know that the last Wednesday of the month, last year, because I hadn't started doing this with Joe yet, is the 28th of the month. Okay. So it's right before New Year's. Mm-hmm. And we are going to do... Last year, I did this by myself. I did my best of, comics-wise, for last year. Well, this year, we're going to have some categories. And Joe and I are going to be giving our best of for the year 2022.
Best movie. Bam, I can tell you that right now.
Don't say Maverick.
No. It's up there, though. It's up there.
Let's save it for the 28th.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put together some categories. I'm going to try and put together the categories, and post them to social media. So you guys follow me on social media at officially unofficial geek on Instagram, at Carrie Q Author on Twitter until it falls apart, and officially unofficial geek on, I think it's officially unofficial geek. No, it's Carrie. Stay tuned for what my name is on Hive. But you can definitely find me on Instagram. You can find Joe at BizarroFet on Instagram, at Fet Bizarro on Twitter, and something on Hive.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't.
Bizarro Fed or something.
Bizarro Fet. I think you actually did do the Bizarro Fet because we got in on that ground level, so you could use it there.
Yep, at Bizarro Fet.
At Bizarro Fet. Okay. So, we're going to be I'm going to be posting more like the categories that I come up with. And if you have any insight or you just want to know what our best of for certain things is, let us know. Add a category and we will contemplate that. We'll think about it real hard. We'll probably add it if we both have an entry for it.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. So, anyways, guys, I mean, we're going to be doing a Christmas horror movie. We're going to be talking about Christmas commercials. We're going to be talking about Christmas, holiday. Maybe we'll throw something in there about Hanukkah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yuletide greetings, y'all. Anyways, that's it for us tonight. We're done. This is the officially unofficial Geek Channel. This is what's happening Wednesday. Go watch Willow. It's awesome. And let us know in the comments what you think of Willow, and if you think we should do a special Joe birthday show. And we'll be seeing you guys.